On today's episode, you'll see me paint the helis, build some new antennas, add a cool feature to these projects, and finally, the most awaited, the reveal. Probably need 3 hours of video to show you how much detailed is this kit. But I decided to leave you the essential parts that will surprise you the most. In order to be able to fit the Italer's 212 blades on this kit, I had to do some modifications on them. And thankfully, that worked well. For those of you who'd like to know more about these modifications, join me on my Patreon page, link in the description below. Now here's a short story for you. The LAF today is operating 15 Hueys in airworthy conditions out of 23 under the command of the 14th Squadron, while the 12th Squadron operates 9 Huey-2. This helicopter represents the workhorse of the Air Force as it covers numerous roles since its duty started in the mid-90s. So today, you'll see me giving the paint scheme of the Lima 1109er and Lima 1207. Let's go! As you notice, the tail boom on the Huey-2 has a position light not present on the UH-1H or on this kit. Looks like we have something to have fun with. I started with a simple plastic square section rod. Worked it all out until I got the final result. And after covering them with Mr. Surfacer primer, it was time to start the pre-shading. Now, what is this pre-shading about? It simply gives you the depth feel to the fuselage once you have covered it with paint, as you'll see later. As helicopters are subject to the harsh environment, salt and dirt will alter their paint, so I decided to build the coverage of the paint in a random manner to simulate that. Here's the result. For the Huey-2, I decided to hand throw the camouflage. In order to get the right tonality of the colors of the Huey-2, I had to mix a few colors and compare the results to numerous pictures found online. What a big mess! of the particularities that the Lima 07 had compared to her sisters was that white painted square around the cargo hook area. I added the signal cable to the cargo hook section found under the belly. And now it's time to apply the decals that I designed specially for those helicopters. Noticed that in general, the tail of the helicopters are usually dirtier than the rest of the fuselage, and that's due to the turbine exhaust hitting it constantly. I added some dirt where the mechanics usually spend some more time. Like for example on the anti-slip mat found on the top of the Huey. Here's the modification I have done to the tail rotor assembly of the Huey-2, where I rotated it 180 degrees to where it should be on a UH-1H. Another feature on the Huey-2 was that the FM antenna assembly had to be removed. Many of us have wondered, what are those antenna-looking things found on top and bottom of the helis? They are called WSPS, Wire Strike Protection System, and they are cutters that play an important role for the safety of the aircraft and its occupants. Here's a short clip on how they can save the day. Here you can see a helicopter flying through a cable and splicing it in half. The WSPS found in the kit was lacking of that feature that the Huey-2 has, which is the integrated GPS antenna. So, why not build a custom one? One of the many antennas that are present on the Huey-2 and are not included in the kit was the blade tube UHF antenna. There are other antennas I built, but they are not included in this video. Here's the result. Here's a bottom view of the Huey-2 and some of its antennas that are not found in the kit. In this video, you'll see me building only the ADF antenna. It's time to enjoy one of the many details that Kitty Hawk gives you in this kit. That makes your helicopter looks much more interesting. And here I am finishing those position lights that I have started earlier. Instead of painting over the plastic to realize the nav lights, I decided to cut them off and to build them with the resin glue to give them a more transparent and more realistic look. Something I found that has to be placed in my helis was the pilot helmet. I found this very tiny and unique one made by Redog and enjoyed painting it and giving it some life. Although it is detailed and special, I found that the wire cable was missing, so I built one myself. Ladies and gentlemen, after a long wait, I present you the Hueys. I would like to thank you, viewers and subscribers. You don't realize it, but being motivated by someone like you helped me improve and overtake difficulties during this adventure. And if you haven't done so, feel free to subscribe, like, and share my videos. See you on the next project.